How's it going, guys? Those of y'all who are new to my channel, my name's Austin, and this is Fintastic Freaks. So while it's been a little while since I've last posted a video, from my recent videos you can tell I've been through a lot of places. We've gone to a couple fish stores now, one in Denver, one out in the countryside of here in Iowa, as well as a public aquarium, and with that, we've also went to a fish swap, which has been a couple months ago, thus getting all sorts of new fish down here. And of course, within that crowd of fish is some new puffers. We'll go ahead and visit some of the new fish here shortly, but today, guys, since I know it's been a little while since I've done a puffer video, today we are gonna visit my new puffers down here in the fish room. In addition to showing off the new puffers here, guys, we're also gonna visit a familiar puffer that we haven't shown off here in a while, really, that are now in a new home. So to those of you that have been watching my new weekly live streams, you may already know what puffer we're about to show off here. If not, this is the little guy coming out of the cave right here, right on cue. This is an Arrowhead puffer, guys.
Bye, have a great time.
And as you can see, like some other puffers down here, not a big fan of the camera. So the Arrowhead puffer, or also known as a Pau savati, or also commonly known as a pig-nosed puffer, are native to different parts of Asia, such as the Mekong Basin and other parts of Laos and Thailand. Arrowhead puffers get similar in size to like what a dragon puffer does. They max out usually around the 6-inch mark. And because of that size though, it's important that if you're considering to keep one, to have a deep sandy substrate. My sand goes down about 3-ish inches here, because of course a 6-inch puffer, while he's not going to be 6 inches tall, of course, that's still a relatively bigger puffer, thus you want to make sure you give him plenty of sand to where he feels comfortable. And I chose to name him Chief because, well, since he's an Arrowhead puffer, and being a bit of a football fan, I won't go too deep into that, but kind of relating to the Kansas City Chiefs, who's probably the nearest NFL team to my place of residence, it just seemed to stick. Like most ambush puffers are, he has a rather picky diet. He's trying to get introduced to frozen krill and half clams and such. He's taken on the krill a little bit here, but is still a little bit leery of taking that. However, he loves taking down some live ghost shrimp and some feeder crays as well. He's also tried to take down some feeder minnows that I put in his tank as well, so far he's pretty much on the live food diet. Even if you can get an ambush puffer to regularly eat frozen meaty foods, in my opinion it's still a good idea to keep the live foods in their diet if you can, just because, you know, it still gives them a little bit of that natural aspect and helps them keep their hunting instincts about them. But he's not the only puffer we got that's new down here. As I said earlier, having been to a couple of fish stores, including one that's in the countryside of Iowa, southern Iowa to be precise there, we saw an amazing fish store called the Fish Fix, located in Thayer, Iowa. Those of you that haven't seen that video already, highly recommend it, after you watch this one, of course. But I mean, guys, this fish store had all sorts of awesome fish here, including 6 different species of puffer fish in that store. And of course, with 6 species of puffer fish, you know I had to take at least one of them home.
Hi, how are you?
And that would be this guy right here. Ladies and gentlemen, fish folk alike, this is a Congo pufferfish. So the Congo pufferfish, also known as the Tetradon minos, is also known as a potato puffer among some others here, and is another ambush puffer. And I know while he is swimming about towards the top, it's probably because I just put some feeder fish in there and he's probably trying to see if he can get lucky and chase a couple of them down. So just as their name would make you believe, yes, these guys are native to waters around the Democratic Republic of Congo, including, of course, the Congo River, just like the spotted Congo pufferfish. And while these guys look very different, they also act very different. While spotted Congo puffers, with caution, could be considered for a community aquarium, these Congo puffers should not. These guys are very territorial and very aggressive, and with small fish, they'll pretty much consider them food every single time, just as well as shrimp, snails, small crayfish. This is definitely not a puffer that's meant for a community tank whatsoever. Reportedly in the wild, Congo puffers can reach up to about 6 inches, although usually in aquaria while they can reach that length, usually stop somewhere between the 4 to 6 inch range. But the guy I got right now is about 2.5 inches, so he's still got a little bit of growing to do here. He lives now inside this 29 gallon, which some of you might remember is where once upon a time we had 3 figure 8 puffers in. So what happened to those guys? Well, they're right here in their new 54 gallon corner home. So my trio of figure 8 puffers now lives inside this 54 gallon aquarium, where not only do they have more space, but now we have moved them out of freshwater conditions. These guys are now in 1.008 specific gravity brackish water. So those of you that didn't know, yes, while figure 8s are commonly sold as a freshwater puffer, just like green spotted puffers mostly are, these guys will eventually need to be put into brackish water. And after keeping these guys for about 3-4 months in that 29 gallon tank in pure freshwater conditions, it was high time to give them, 1, an upgrade of space, and 2, get them in brackish conditions. And while the figure 8 puffer usually maxes out their growth around the 3-inch mark, sometimes 4, this 54 gallon tank will give them plenty of space to really live out the rest of their lives pretty happily in brackish water conditions. I've debated if I maybe want to try putting some other brackish water fish in there. Obviously with puffers you got to be very, very careful when it comes to tank mates, because puffers are typically very territorial and they have those very strong teeth that if they get a hold of any fish, it can be game over for that other fish very quickly. But some people have had success keeping like gobies and such with figure 8 puffers and such in brackish aquariums, so might give that a try, but I'm still very on the fence about it right now. I'll give updates if I decide to think any further about it. For right now, I think these guys are perfectly happy on their own inside their new tank. We've seen 2 new puffers and gotten an update on the figure 8s who are finally in their destined brackish water home. But believe it or not, fish folk, there's still one more. And our final puffer is down here in this 75 gallon tank. But because this puffer is so awesome, guys, and quite the rarity, honestly, arguably maybe even more so than the spotted Congo puffer, for those reasons, I'm gonna cut the video off here and save him for a video of his own. But of course, guys, thank you so much for all the support you give. Each and every one of y'all are appreciated. Getting so close to 900 subscribers. Y'all are so awesome. I can't thank y'all enough. Let me know what you think about this video and the new puffers here, as well as the figure 8 new tank here. Let me know what you think. Maybe we should name the Congo puffer in the comments below. And of course, if you're new to my channel and have not done so already, consider clicking the subscribe button to stay in the loop with everything I do here. Fish reveals such as this. Got some more fish store tours coming up here. Public aquarium visits down the road as well here. All sorts of things coming up. Thank you for all the support that you give, and I will see you all in my next video. Stay fantastic.